Alright, hold on.
I have a weird situation, but I'm hoping that you can help me. I
Okay, well, I'll
was...
be honest.
Go
I'm
ahead.
the one that's been involved with the Summer Wells Billboards.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually a donor. Funds were taken up online. I
Okay.
did donate through Cash App, and that was given to Brad. We know him as Chase, but that was given to Brad. And there was another large donor as well.
Okay, let me just tell you this much right now. Christy has given up a large portion of money, and I've helped her get hers accounted for.
Okay, good.
I was with Brad yesterday, and I made sure that and actually Christy has donated a larger portion than she initially was going to. So any monies that we're going to talk about is extra money that has not been accounted for.
Okay.
So how much have you donated?
I only donated 150. It was in a balance of not, so there was 970 donated from people on YouTube. Then Christy donated $4,000. Here's the story we were given at this point. And I don't know if this is true, but you would definitely know. 2 months.
Will know.
2 months of a digital billboard were paid for a total of $3,000. It was supposed to run through November. It started in October to run to November for the first month, December for the second month. There was some controversy over where it was placed. So it was taken down and it was supposed to be relocated. That money was going to, instead of having another digital billboard, that money was supposed to be applied towards static billboards. So we assumed, okay, 2 months is $3,000, $1,500 paid for the first month. The other $1,500 is going to go toward static billboards. Am I right so far?
So we ran the billboard for only 1 month. There was never any talk of it being relocated or anything. So basically he's lied to you about that being moved. It was only ran for that 1 month. He supposedly, when he came in the door, had like $4,000 that he had collected.
Okay.
There was only $1,500 that he spent on that billboard that ran for the 1 month.
Okay, so up until now, you hear the questions and the way that I was viewing things. I thought it was for 60 days. I did listen to that WJHL where they said it was paid till the 19th of December. I also looked at the contract on Cracking Cases. So yes, I was under the impression that it was supposed to be for 60 days. Chase is going to explain his side here shortly. We're about to get to that. Christy also believed it was for 60 days. According to her, I have double checked with her just to be sure. Maybe there was a miscommunication. I don't know, but you're going to hear Chase explain his side of this whole thing in just a second. The gentleman from Lamar said yes. Originally, it was a 60-day contract, but that Chase came in and changed it. So I don't know exactly what happened. You will hear Chase explain. So all of this was prompted due to Mountain Girls Live, where Christy was feeling like things were not above board. Mountain Girl discussed it. That video is not there. But then Penny went live after texting Chase and saying, we think everybody deserves answers. A lot of people feel like this should not be on YouTube. However, all of this was done in public, and people do have questions. So in the text that I'm going to insert here, Chase wanted us to call and record the call. This was not done without his knowledge. He did want his side heard. He understands that people are already very, upset and not going to believe what he has to say. Just listen with an open mind. I don't know exactly what the truth is. I know how I feel about it. Penny knows how she feels about it. Christy knows how she feels about it. You'll just have to listen for yourself and see. Anyway, the last thing you just heard me talk to with Lamar, I ended that part there, and I'm inserting this here. The next part you're going to hear is why was there such an issue making the payment for the new contract? Where didn't they pay it the same way before? So that's what you're going to hear here. And then I'm going to insert the screenshots of exactly what Chase sent me, how he was trying to pay it, and exactly what Christy sent me on how she did pay it. They both got the same link, And for some reason, Chase had trouble with it, but she was able to use it pretty quickly. So here we go.
I said, out of all people that I've been dealing with that's ever done this, I said, you are the only one that ever has an issue with the electronic payment.
All right, everybody's here.
Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. You guys can hear me okay, too?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, can we just start this off with very direct questions and direct answers?
You can start it off. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Did you pay for 2 months or 1 month?
On which billboard?
The original digital billboard.
The original billboard. Okay. The original.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be to December the 18th. Okay. See, this is where everybody's getting confused, Chasey.
No, was it 2 months or 1 month? I know it was supposed to end on December 18th, but...
Okay, it went up for 1 month, but there's a reason for it, and everybody seems to be forgetting that.
What's that?
Does nobody remember I went through this same stuff with Mystery Angels when they called the wrong billboard company? Is everybody forgetting that?
I didn't listen to that. I only heard that they called the wrong place, so that's why I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying, honey. You don't know the whole thing.
That's why we're here.
Okay. The very first billboard that went up, it was set up for 2 months, which is 28 days per month is how they count it. 28 days. All right? That would have ran through December the 18th. Okay. I had to go up there. Chip had hit a live and started bashing, saying, "Oh, this is a fraud, this is a scam, whatever." Okay. At this point in time, it was just me, Cam, and Allie doing this. Okay. Christy was not involved at all.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. It was $3,000 for 2 months. Mm-hmm. When I went up, because what was going to happen is the Chip was going to raise money, to go towards it. Okay. So they called and they stopped all that. That was ended. I told them, I said, no, don't raise any money. That's when I said, we'll just do it ourselves. I said, we'll take care of it alone. So we had $970 between me, Cam, and Allie. Okay. I had taken the $970 that we had. I put the rest to the $1,500. Okay. To bring up the $1,500 for the 1 month. While Christy called, she said she would help. So she this was the first billboard, okay?
Right.
I said, Christy, we'll take the $2,000, and what we'll do is we'll try to look for another billboard too, and we'll use to keep this one lit. And it was done. Everybody was happy. Okay.
So you have found a new location for the second board?
No, hang on. All right. Once we started with the first billboard going, I think it was up maybe 2 weeks. Okay. So I told Christy, I said, Christy, look, I said, the 2,000 that you sent, I said, what we'll do, is, she said, I want you to handle it. I said, okay, I'll handle it. I said, what we'll do is, once this one's done, we'll try to keep it. We'll either keep this one lit, or we'll look into getting some other ones. Okay? And that because we had to quit everything about raising money on here after Mystery Angels did that. Okay? That's when we stopped it. Said, just forget about it. Okay. So, Devery, the guy at Lamar, he said, let's just do the 1 month, see what happens, if she's found, because if she's found during any of this, you don't get your money back on these billboards, okay? There is no refund. Mm-hmm. He said, we'll do this one on a month-to-month basis. I said, okay. I said, I've got enough money to run it another month. This was the first billboard, okay? Just forget about these other 7.
I got you.
Right? I think that's where everybody's getting a little confused. Okay. All right. About 2 weeks into, let me ask you, do you have any questions up to this point?
No, the original story that I heard, that I remember hearing, was that $3,000 was paid for 2 months. That's the original story I heard.
Okay, that was the original deal. Until Mystery Angels did that, and then we knew we couldn't collect any more money, because of them doing that. It's going to make us look like a bunch of, idiots. So at that time, I told Cam and Allie, I said, just stop all donations. I said, we'll handle it all here, because Penny, you've seen where I had to go up there to Lamar, and I had 4 or 5 women screaming their lungs out at me, did I not?
Yeah, I remember. And then I went live right after that, defending that whole shit.
And did I not shut that down as a freaking whatever? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So now we've got the first billboard up, and over here, make a little box over here to the side, okay? We've got the first billboard up, all right? And now when the first billboard's up, we have Christie's $2,000, okay? Mm-hmm. And then we have my 2K. So me and her have, at this point in time, we have $4,000, okay, set aside to where we can do more with. Okay, I'm busy chasing. I don't have all day, every day to do these billboards all the time. I do it when I can. Okay, so right now, at that point in time, while that first billboard's up, we have $4,000. Okay, all right. First billboard is paid for the first month. So when it's ready to be paid again, it was set on prepay for me to go ahead and pay it. Okay. About 2 weeks into that billboard being up, people start going down there.
Hey guys, I just wanted to interrupt right here and add this in. Actually took this clip and I took this sound out of it because it's kind of irrelevant at this time. But this is from a live that we did explaining what we thought was the actual contract, because it was given to us by 423 Chase, saying that he paid for 2 months, which was $3,000. In actuality, he went back to Lamar, changed the duration of the billboard to 1 month, and kept the original contract saying he got it for 2 months. That's why you see here now, looking back, that his signature is not on here. That's because he never fulfilled his end of the contract for the 2 months. And again, tried to continue to collect money for the billboards. We asked people if they would like to get involved and help raise a billboard. We collected money for just a few days and then stopped. $500, maybe $520. I don't have the exact number, but that's what you guys that donated to Cracking Cases for the Billboard raised. Chasing Truth gave 150. Twister gave 200. You do the math right there. That's what was raised on our side. We gave it to 423 Chase directly as the Cash Apps or PayPal, however they donated came in. They directly went to 423 Chase's account. Thank you guys, and I'll let you get back to her interview with Lamar and 423 Chase. Keep on cracking.
Taking pictures, taking video of that billboard being across the street from the church where Don and Candace goes. Okay? I didn't know that billboard. I didn't know that's where they went to church. I didn't know. And Lamar didn't know. Nobody knew. Hell, nobody. I didn't. Okay. So what happened is people started bashing that church, saying they were a cult. They started saying that, they were saying I was a cult leader. They were saying that I had that billboard specifically put in that location. And I didn't. Hell, I don't care where the damn billboard was, as long as it was up. That's all I cared about, I wanted to get it up before that vigil happened. And then Mystery Angels done that crap, and it just went on. It just made it even worse. But anyway, all right. So, like I said, about 2 weeks into that one being up, all this mess starts. Okay? I called Don. I talked to Don. I said, Don, they're bringing up they're bashing the church. They're saying that billboard is across the street because it's a cult. It was specifically put there for a reason. I said they're sending pictures of the church in. I said they're flashing this stuff all over YouTube. I said, do you want me to move the billboard? He said, I don't know. He said, I've got, enough on my hands as it is, which he does. So I called Christy. I said, Christy, are you seeing what they're saying about the church? She said, yes, I am. I said, okay. I said, I think it's best. I said, since the $970 that was collected paid the first month on this, I said, so everybody sees their money that, was used for it. I said, I think it's best if you and I just move it away from there. That way they cannot bash this church anymore. They can't say that the billboard was put specifically there. I said, because all this is doing is feeding into more drama. She said, I agree. Okay. I didn't call Devery and tell him that's why that we were moving it. No, I didn't say that. So what I did, let that one run out. It went out on November the 20th or 21st, I believe. But we let that one run out. That following, because it was Thanksgiving and stuff, that following Monday, I started calling Devery back. I said, Devery, because now let's back up. Christy she said, I want to do more. I said, well, Christy, I've still got some of your 2,000 that you sent. I said, and I've got 2,000 with it. I said, we can put more up. I said, whatever you want to do. She said, okay. So she sent another 2,000. She only had it on her Venmo account. I don't have Venmo. My son does. I called my son. Now, let me say this. If they bring my son into this, I've already contacted my attorney about this, but if they bring my son up one more time, do not, please, leave my son out of this. Bring it to me, not my son, not my dad, because people's bringing families into this crap now. But anyway, so my son has a Venmo account, so she sent it to him, and then he forwarded it to me in my Cash App. So now we've got 4,000 from Christy and 4,000 from me. okay, because I match every bit of it. All right, I called, and now okay, the first billboard's down. Now we're getting to the following set of billboards. Are y'all still here?
Yeah, I'm still here, so I have a couple
Okay.
of questions, if you
Okay.
don't mind.
Yeah, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So the original contract dated was 10/14 of 2021 for 2 periods of 28 days
Mhm.
each for a total of $3,000, October 25th through December 19th. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay.
hold on.
When that changed.
The,
Okay, go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
chip issue, the chip issue happened on October 30th of 2021.
Uh-huh.
What
Yes.
time, what period did Christy get in touch with you to offer her money up? If the original
Hang on.
contract you signed on October 14th was for 2 periods and you were thinking, okay, well, we're going to raise the rest of the money. You know, we have the 970. I've paid the rest for the first 1,500. I'm going to sign this contract saying 60 days or 2 periods. Yep. At what point did Christy come into the picture?
Okay, that's what I'm going back through this right now. I mean, just give me just a second. Just have to bear with me here to look back on this. I'm trying to bring it all back up. Hang on. Well. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. That was the second. Hold on. Okay. All right. The first 2,000 that she sent. Okay. What? I can send you a screenshot of it. What was the date on that first contract, Chasey?
10/14/21.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on just a second. Oh, hold on. Hey, bud. Go past the old base station, second house on the right. It's right before the, you'll see it. It's the second house on the right. Okay. Yeah. All right, sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. The contract was signed on 10/14. Okay, the first $2,000 that Christy sent was 10/12. I can send you a screenshot of that right there. Let me send it to you, Penny.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right, hold on. It's coming.
Okay, so she sent it on 10/12, which was before the contract was signed. So the contract ends up being signed for 10/25 through December 19th. Chip's issue didn't come along till October 30th. So you already had $2,970. Why didn't we just pay both months?
Because if you go into this, okay, and look at it, it was set up on prepay, okay?
Right.
That means when you do this and you put it up for a certain period of time, if she's found, you don't get your money back, okay? They don't give refunds, okay? Sure. So I told Christy, and she knew what she had the whole time. I mean, it's been totally told to her, okay? Mm-hmm. I said, Christy, the whole time, I said, you have $2,000 right now still. I said, the first one that we did for month 1, okay, was going to was going up for the first one the first electronic billboard, okay. I said, it's going up so we can add to it, we can keep it up. I said, we can get more, whatever you want to do. She said, okay. She said, I'll leave it to you, because she said, I'm not up there. She said, just do it how you feel is best to do it. Okay. So what we did, we left the donations open so people could help, because they were all saying, We want to help. We want to help. We want to help.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you even contacted me, and you helped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, once that was over, all right, once Chip did this, we cut off all donations. I called Kevin Alley. I said, no more, no more. So the total amount collected was $970.
Right.
Okay, all right, from YouTube.
Right.
Okay, because by this time, Christy is saying to her, with me, she's saying, just don't do any more through YouTube. Just with me and you can do it. I said that's good. I said we can, we'll make it work some way. So at any point in time, all I had to do was log back into the contract and pay on it. So what we were gonna do was keep the electric one up across from the church and try to place more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks into this, I think it was about 2 weeks into that first billboard being up, they started about, what I told you a minute ago about it was put there for a reason, was done for this, was done for that.
Well,
no, it wasn't.
The original billboard went up from, it was supposed to be 10/18 to 12/14. The first time I ever heard anything about the billboard down was 10 days ago. And according to Lamar, it was paid for the month of November. So it would have come down on time. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was paid for through November. But Devery and I spoke, and he said, look, when we went in there and had to hear that mess with Chip and them, he said, let's just go ahead and get it on. And he said, just pay the $1,500 for the first month. He said, we'll get that done. We'll get it on. He said, I'm going to set you up on prepay where all you have to do is log into this and you can keep paying towards it. I said, okay, that's fine. It's the first time I've ever dealt with billboards. I mean, all I'm doing is trying, but I won't be no more because every time I try something, I just get beat up for it. But anyway, so he set it up on what's called prepay, where I could log in and at any point in time keep that thing going. See, the original contract that I signed was going to be for 30 days, right? And then we had this crap with Chip and everyone else. I don't know who all was on there yelling and screaming at me. I don't know. I'm not going to name no names because I can't remember who all was on there. But I know Chip.
Well, I can comment.
Well, I mean, I don't think it ain't important no more. Okay, so.
But,
right,
okay, I guess I'm not really understanding here, and this, this should be fairly cut and dry. 10/14, the contract was signed. It was from 10/18, the first period, to 11/19, the second period. The next one, 11/20, to, now, I understand about the prepay. I understand all of that.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go just step by step here. 10/14 it signed for 10/18 through 11/19. That's verified in post. I'm looking at Cracking Cases right now. It shows it right there. I'm looking at the original contract. Then on 10/30, Chip had an issue. So what? You guys stopped fundraising on YouTube. That doesn't matter because Christy sent $2,000 on 10/12 plus YouTube sent $970. So you paid for the first month. She was not found by November 19th. She was not found.
No.
So we knew that, okay? Tiffany Marie posted a video on November 19th when the billboard came down. At that point, why in the world wasn't another location found, transferred, or whatever? Because the money's still sitting there.
There's only 2 electronic billboards in this area from what Devery told me. Okay.
Yes, I understand, but you have to understand what we've been told. Number one is that it was for 60 days. We were told it had to be removed simply because YouTubers were discussing it online. So we had to cancel the contract, and all of the money
No.
is going to be applied towards the static billboards. Now, here's the other part of this that's more important.
Yeah.
There's the static billboards. A new contract's created.
A new-
It's all due
a
on
new
Monday, this past Monday. None of that
Yep,
happens.
I'm gonna send you. Okay.
None
I'm
of
gonna
that
send you a
happens.
screenshot.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna send you a screenshot of it.
Okay.
Just look.
What am I looking at?
When I went in, how do I send this to you? Can I send it to you on?
That
I
same
need a number
number,
to send it
the
to
same
you.
number that you
I
have.
still haven't.
Okay.
I still haven't got the screenshot that you were.
Let's hold on. Hold on. Oh, shit. All right, hold on, Penny.
Are you trying to send us the contract? Because we know what it looks like. We have it.
No. Okay, what was I going to send you, Penny? All right, here comes this, Chasing. Hold on.
Okay.
In just a second. Okay, because when I went in to make the payment on the card, this is what kept coming up every time.
A 0 instead of an O, or an O instead of a 0, or
Well,
whatever it is. So, but
he
here's my
told me,
question.
yes.
No
Okay, hold
credit
on.
card, no number in the world has a letter in it. It's always numbers.
It's not a credit card. It's their customer number. It's the customer number that he gave me.
It's a customer number.
Yeah, it's the customer number that he gave me. I tried it with a 0. I tried it with a letter O. He puts it in yesterday, and he said he moved. He said what I did. He said I put the. Said he put the. Said something about the contract number and the customer number. He said they were in the wrong boxes because it went right through. It went right through.
Okay, I'm looking
And
at it.
I showed. Okay, did you get it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Hold on.
Okay. Apparently, from what he told me yesterday, those two were reversed. They were in the wrong spots. That's all I had to go on is what he sent me. That's it. And right here, I can send you what he sent me. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Right here. Okay. All right. Trying to get back over here to you. Okay, this is what it sent me. It said the contract number was that, and the customer number was at the bottom.
Okay.
See, it had a dash 0. Okay? I tried it with the dash. I tried it without the dash. I tried it every way in the world that I could. And I called him and I said, Devery, it's not working. It's not working. He said, send me a picture of what it's doing. I said, okay, here you go. He called me back. He said, there's a lady that had a slight problem once before. He said that she went or didn't use that link, but actually went in.
How the hell did you
top
guys
of
pay it the
HTTP.
first time?
It went right through. It went right through. No problem whatsoever. Use my debit card. It went right through.
Okay.
Okay.
So in
There was
this
no
case,
problem.
it was a technical issue where you couldn't get it to work out. Okay.
I called him. I said, Devery, I cannot get it to go through. I said, I don't know if it's, well, now the first time I did have to call on my debit card and have the amount raised because you can only do like $1,000 or $1,200. I had to have the amount raised, okay? I did that and put the amount to pay something. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, had to have that amount raised so it would do it. Okay, then that happened, and I sent him that picture that day. I said, I've tried it with the dash, I've tried it without the dash, I've tried it with a 0, I've tried it with a number or a letter O, so I've tried it every way in the world, and it keeps popping this red thing up. And I sent him a picture of it. I said, that I don't know why it's not taken. So I called him. He called the next day. I said, look, I've tried it again and it's still not working. He said, well, let's do this. He said, he told me what he did, and, you know, please stop hating on Lamar, everybody, because they've been over backwards for us.
No, I think they're great.
They are. Okay. All right, what happened? He told me, he said he had the numbers reversed. Some about the customer number and the contract number. He said they were reversed or put in reversed, or something was a O or a that or something. But anyway, he said they were reversed.
Mm-hmm.
After he put it in, went right through, and the payment was made. And so now on that one, okay, getting back to the money, Christy would still, well, this is the way it was going to go, but with what they've been sending me today, you know, it's not going this way anymore. But at this point yesterday afternoon, Christy would have still had $2,000, and I would have still had $2,000 as a total of $4,000, because they say, you know, if she's found, you cannot get your money back. You know, there's no way they won't, you know, they won't give you a refund on it. You know what I mean? So, but anyway.
Okay, so
At this point,
Christy
okay,
should have
go
still
ahead.
had $3,470 sitting in your bank account somewhere, right? Plus
No, 2,000.
Yes. No.
Well, because
$970 plus $4,000 equals $4,970 minus $1,500 equals $3,470 plus you said you had $2,000 or $4,000, I don't even know what at this point, and that's $5,400.
See, I don't get where you're coming up with the math like that.
Did she have $4,000 that she gave you?
Okay, I didn't use any of her money on that first billboard.
Okay, so she had $4,000
That-
sitting there then.
So she had 4,000 sitting there.
Okay, so
Okay.
the
And
$1,500
then
minus the $970 equals $530, which you paid out of your pocket.
I paid that.
Okay.
Because that was, you know, I wasn't going to pull it from what she gave. Cause, I mean, it was pointless because I'd been talking to her. She was interested in doing more. Now, if I had went along and done if they didn't put it on prepay and we had to pay for that for, you know, the 60 days, then we would have used that. But and if we would have kept that one going, yeah, we would have used from that. All it was doing was sitting there to be paid to either keep that one going or to put more up like her and I had planned.
Okay, because it's been down now since November 18th. So,
Yep.
what?
Well, no, it came down on the 21st.
Okay. This original, let me just read this here. This says,
Yeah, it came down on that Sunday for Monday. It came down on the 21st.
okay, because when I spoke to him, he said 2 months were not discussed. He said that.
They were at first, or they wouldn't have given me the contract.
No, he
I mean,
said
why
that.
did they write a contract for it, you know?
Right. He said that you guys determined that it was going to be 1 month. He was unaware of all of this other stuff going on with
No,
having to move it.
I wasn't going to bring him all the bull crap that YouTube was saying. Why bother them after they've already been beat up enough whenever Chip and them did that?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, after they put it on the prepay, okay, he set it up to where I could either keep that one going, you know, and keep it up. Dang, Cal, sorry about that. So he set it up to where all I had to do was log in and keep making the paying on it. When all this came out, well, we're back to the first one. When all this started over, you know, saying that it was put there for a reason, it was set across the church for a reason, you know, that's when I talked to Christy and we decided just to move it, just to let it run out and move it elsewhere.
Now, my understanding was you guys found another place to put it over on another location.
We found there is another electronic board. It's over on Tusculum. But Devery said, he said, let me find some static billboards for you. Okay. He asked how much money we had. I said, well, we've got Bond and Christie's. We've got $8,000 is what we've got to work with. He said, let me find you some locations. He found the locations. I looked at them. I think somebody even did a video on them of where they're actually located at.
But the
$4,000
$4,000 that he got from you yesterday was Christie's money.
Uh-huh.
So where's the $8,000?
No, it's $2,000 was mine and $2,000 was hers.
Where was the rest of her $2,000?
She still has $2,000 to run it for longer. See, if we need to run the boards longer, we will. That she knew this, or I mean, I was under the impression that she knew this. When we done it, the $8,000. And I called her and told her, I said, Christy, what we're going to do, I said, this contract is for $8,000 for so many months. I said, but if she's found, we don't get it back. You know, it's no refund. So I told her, I said, they've offered for us to do it in 2 halves. We can do $4,000, and then if she's not found, we can do, you know, keep them up, pay the other $4,000. I said, you know, there's no point in if she's found us losing all that money. So that's all that was. I mean, there's no.
So the money that he got from you yesterday was $2,000 of your own money, $2,000 of her money. She had her other $2,000.
And I've still got in the bank $2,000 of hers, $2,000 of mine.
But
That's
the invoice was for $8,000. So how?
Yes, hold on. The original was for $8,000 for
the one that's posted right now, that Penny posted on her community wall, the one that you signed on the 4th.
That's the one that I signed. Okay, all right. There's more to that contract, but it's just got a lot of people's names and numbers and stuff on it, and I can send that to you if you.
It's posted. I see it on. Oh, you're saying there's more to what we're not seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. If you take. So I spoke to him, and he said, what we can do, he said, we can cut it in half. That way, you know, you're not, if she's found or whatever, you're not losing, you know, nobody's losing the entire $8,000. So it was under my understanding, okay, that $4,000 from yesterday was $2,000 from me and $2,000 from her. But now, somebody called her and I don't know, has kept bashing me for, you know, about whatever. And, you know, so now they've taken it completely out of my name, which I could care less, you know, and put it solely in her name. And I've been told not to come back to Lamar. I've been told a bunch of things, you know.
Mm-hmm. What happened to Stone Drive? What happened to that?
what happened to Stone. If you'll look on those billboards, okay, they're placed in Kingsport, Rogersville, up.
No, yes,
Shoot.
those
Just,
ones, right?
I
But
think
the
it'll tell you on there where all the locations are posted.
right, the original what everybody was hearing is the one that came down across from the church was going to be
That's on Fort Henry
relocated.
Drive.
It was going to be
That's on Fort.
relocated to Stone Drive.
Honey, they've been relocated to all the places that Devery picked out.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. What
Yes.
was
Well, he told me there's not really a good location on Stone Drive. He said that he.
I thought there were
I
only
mean, I
two
think
digital
Glitter-
places.
Do what?
I thought there were only two digital places. One was Stone Drive and one was the other one there.
The only ones that I'm aware of that he's talked to me about, okay, we're not going to do the digital
Anymore
We're not
anyway.
going to do the digital no more.
Right.
Because it don't stay, it doesn't stay, it flips, The only two digital billboards that I was aware of is the one on Fort Henry, and there's one on, he said Tusculum Boulevard in Greenville. But if you look, the static ones are actually, they stay on her, they're not flipping. Because I even got beat up because it didn't stay on her. Nothing's good enough on here. Nothing. So, I was told to cancel the order, send her money back. I don't know what more I'm supposed to do, because it don't matter what I do, and it's never good enough, or it's wrong. But, I don't see anybody that's, the only person that I see down here doing anything is Lamar Advertising and Christy. That's it. And I've ran my butt off trying to do this stuff, and I keep getting beat up.
Was your communication with Christy clear? Because it doesn't appear to be.
I thought, well, to me, I thought it was pretty clear, but maybe she didn't completely understand everything I was saying.
I know
But
that
I
do know the narrative that was presented on YouTube was very different from what I'm
done.
understanding
Listen,
now.
Well, chasing you and Penny, I'll speak to any time. But I'm done having to explain myself to a bunch of people that I don't even know. That that these people have sent me things, and
No, all of that's
why
unacceptable.
they send it to me, I don't know. I'm just
All of that crazy stuff that's happening is unacceptable. My whole issue, Chase, is this. It was done in public, right? It was done on YouTube. It was a community thing, even though, it was less than $1,000. It was still with the people who are highly invested in Summer. So, transparency must be there.
Well,
we all understood that it was for 2 months. We were never told that it was for 1 month. We were never explained that at all.
Okay. All right.
And then Christy comes out and she's very upset. She went to Mountain Girl. She explained it to her. And when I called Lamar, I was very, very specific on exactly what I wanted to know and understand. And he said, no, it was for 1 month. No, I don't know anything about relocating. There was never a plan to do that.
No, why was the contract signed for 60 days if there was never a plan to do it?
Well, you also said that it was on prepay because after the 30 days, if it wasn't paid for again, then it wasn't going to run again. But then we're hearing it was moved because of the church.
No, it would have been left there with the money that Christy and myself had. It would have been left there because that's why he set it up on that prepay. The original contract said 60 days. It's right there. Right. So if there was no plan for it, why is that original contract for 60 days? Now wait, hold on. The day all that changed and it was set to prepay was the day I had to go in there and beg them to even still deal with me.
So that was
Okay?
October 30th,
As
probably,
hell, I don't know the dates.
or one of those
But
days. Yeah.
okay,
So all of that ended
So
up
after-
changing because of
well,
all this nonsense.
the reason. Okay, he said, I'm going to set this up on prepay for you. He said, all you have to do is log into it, pay it, and it'll stay up. That's what this is too. It's on prepay. If she's not found, then I would have pulled it up, done the other 4,000, and it would have come up. But he said there's no, and I agree with him. There's no point in paying $8,000 for that long with, a chance that some and them still be up and everything be done. Her be found or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that I don't know where I went wrong here, but I'm sure there's going to be 100,000 people telling me.
Penny, what are you thinking right now? My mind is still spinning with all this.
I don't have any idea why it's being told that. I think that there's some sort of disconnect somewhere. I don't understand why it's being told that the Billboards, the 7, the 5 plus the 2 free ones, weren't paid for by Monday. So Chrissy, she paid for them out of pocket yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't pay for that.
Chintu.
That
She
came
did.
out of my account.
No, just so that you are clear and aware, the total was paid by Christy, and then the money that was retrieved from you was supposed to be paid back to Christy, and she said keep it towards that. She paid 4 and got the 4 and put it towards the 8.
No, Devery put my debit card number in his computer yesterday.
Yes.
It came out of my account, which was 2,000 of hers and 2,000 of mine.
As far as she knows, she gave you $4,000 that had
Yes,
not
she
been
did.
given to Lamar. So
Yes, it has. It was given yesterday.
No, before yesterday.
Oh, before yesterday. No. See, there's where the disconnect's coming. Okay. All right. It was before the $4,000 that was paid to them yesterday. Okay. She has 4,000 in my account, and I have whatever's in mine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that I thought everybody understood it, okay, 2,000 of that would have been from me, 2,000 would have been from her, and she would have still had $2,000 in my account for us to run this again. So if there's a disconnect, go ahead and blame it on me.
Well, because it was $8,000, were you thinking you guys only had to pay half now and half later? If she wasn't found?
That's what he said. He said, instead of us doing it for the solid term of the contract, he said, we'll put it on the prepay to where, because if she's found in 2 days or whatever, because he told me, he said, like, this, when we were discussing all this, that's when they had the TBI out there searching again. And he even said himself, he said, something may happen soon. He said, so what we'll do is we'll put it on prepay again, do the 4,000 to get it going, and if she's not found by, 10, 15 days by the time that the 4,000 runs out, then just log on and pay the other 4.
I mean, this is baffling
that's
to me.
where
Like,
the-
I pay everything through debit cards. I pay every single thing online, from car insurance to cars to mortgages to taxes to you name it.
Yep.
That's how we do it.
Well,
This has been
you see-
the most convoluted mess
Well,
I
but
don't
see how.
understand
I
because
mean,
there's deadlines. They have to be printed. They have to be shipped. They have to be hung. So
exactly,
the 4th to the
exactly.
10th.
And I tried all day Monday. Well, whatever the 6th was. If you look on there when I sent that picture, what day did it say, Jason? I sent you that where it showed that
Says
error.
it's not showing the date. I don't.
Shoot.
I can't
Hold
see it.
on. Okay, hang on.
Oh, okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding right. So all the money that was given to you from Christy, all of that went into the same pot with your money, correct?
Yes. All I
Okay,
said
and your
was
debit card is the one that's on file for Lamar. So if
That's the one. That's the one that he used yesterday to pay it. Yes.
so, when it's being said that it wasn't paid for on Monday like it was supposed to be, so Christy called and and paid for it. It came from the pot of the mixed money, right?
No,
No.
She didn't. No, she didn't call. When that kept coming up red on there, I called her and I called Devery both. I said, "This is not working." I said, "I've put it in every way I know to put it in." I said,
Okay,
"It keeps coming up
pause.
this red thing."
Pause, because this
And
is the part you guys are missing. When all of
Okay.
that happened, and when the next day came, right? So when all of this is happening and it's starting on the 4th, Christy's starting to think, okay, we can't wait on this. She went in on her own. She did this on her own. Chase may be unaware. I don't really know at this point. She went in on her own and discussed this with him. He said he would go talk to Chase and he would get the money from Chase one way or another. So he
Yeah, I know
goes
she
and he
was
gets
talking
with
to him.
Chase.
I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But already she paid this money. So she had already done that in person. Then he went and talked to Chase and got the other money. Okay? She paid for the whole thing. Got the other
wait a
money
minute,
to
you're
try to get back to her.
So you're telling me this thing's been paid for twice then?
No.
Right?
No. He
Okay.
was reimbursing her. He asked her, how much did you donate? And she said $4,000. I just want to get this paid for. I don't care at this point. I just want it paid for. Let me just pay for it, and whatever happens after that will happen after that. So
Okay,
she
why
paid, and then he came and got the money from you because he felt like
No, he
you were
didn't.
responsible.
No, he didn't come and get the money from me. We put it in. He sat down there on his computer,
In front of you.
pulled up the Lamar contract,
Right.
put my debit card in, and he said, I got it to go through. He said, I had to switch these two numbers.
Okay.
That's what I was told yesterday.
Right. So he got that money, which is the original $4,000 that he felt like she donated.
So she went and paid. So are you telling me she went and paid this before yesterday?
As far as I know, she already had taken care of it.
See, no, I'm not being told that because I sent her a
Probably because she
screenshot.
doesn't want to be in all this drama. And she doesn't understand all of this.
Who does? Who does?
Oh, nobody, I guess. But, I mean,
Well, I sent.
if she was thinking,
Well-
here's what she was thinking. We're missing the deadline. These aren't going to go up. They're not going to go up. And this is important. So I'm just going to go handle it. Because Chase can't put the numbers in or whatever the hell's happening. Whatever. She just wanted it paid for. So she went and dealt with it. Then he said, I'm going to talk to Chase. And I'm going to get it paid for. You know, the $4,000 that you donated to him. We're going to make sure that that money comes back. And that's exactly what he did. Made sure that the money went back.
Well, I'll tell you. Okay. I don't put things out to try and hurt people, but I'm going to be beat up for just trying to help. I can't help that thing kept coming. I sent her the picture of it, and I sent him the picture of it. He told me specifically yesterday, he said, he said, I had these numbers reversed. I said, okay, can you please call Christy and tell her that it wasn't my fault, that the numbers were reversed? He said, I sure can. So, I don't know if I'm getting, I don't know. But, I did what I told him I would do. He asked me to meet him at the bank to get a cashier's check. I went to try to do that. So he just took my debit card, put it in, $4,000 came off of it. He said, it paid it. I said, thank God. I said, what did you do? He said, I had to reverse these numbers on here. I said, okay, well, all right.
Okay, so let me just hold on, Chase, because this is a little bit of a side note issue, is that this man at the company is reimbursing somebody. Like, did she show him proof of how much she paid? I'm not doubting that she paid how much she paid or how much she donated or whatever, but
I don't know.
Why would he just assume
she gave $4,000? I mean, I'm not going to say she didn't.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, why? He didn't even tell you that, hey, Christy already paid for it, so I'm just going to run this and reimburse her.
No, nobody told me that.
Right.
No, they didn't.
I guess my understanding of the whole thing is that she felt like they were going to miss this deadline. So she wanted to just pay the whole thing, right? She didn't care that, okay, if someone's found in 6 weeks, I'm going to lose my money. She wanted that it paid for. So she paid X amount of dollars. Then they had Chase pay X. Then that was the total, and now the whole thing's paid for. She did not take any reimbursement.
Well, okay, well, if she went and paid it, and I paid it, then...
Well, the total's $8,000. So if he got $4,000 from you, right?
Yeah.
And she's thinking that's the $4,000 that she donated, plus she paid the other $4,000. That equals $8,000.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's paid in full. That's it. It's paid in full.
I'm still. I mean, I don't.
And he offered her and said, "I'll give you $4,000 of it. So maybe just like you were saying, half up front or whatever." And she said, "No, just apply it, pay the whole thing. We're done."
You know what? So all this going on behind my back, when I'm sending both of these people pictures of this not going through, I sent her it. I sent him the screenshot, and it's funny that when I get there yesterday, he tells me I switched these two numbers and it worked. And he shook my hand, and he said, I think it might have been that he said he thinks it might, or said he thought it might have been him having it in the wrong spot or something. I don't know. I just know, I know where this is coming from. I know exactly where it's coming from. It's because I had two ladies texting me the other night that so happened the same time, and, one of them asking me to help another, and one of them telling me that the woman's crazy, she's fatally attracted with her, and sending me screenshots of it. So, you know what?
I don't know anything about all that. No. I said, I don't know anything about all that craziness.
Well, you know what? I haven't done anything to these people except try to help. But I won't anymore. So, the whole thing, good.
This whole thing's a mess, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
I think if I'm looking at it from Christy's point of view, I'm thinking, okay, we have a deadline. For whatever reason, it's been days and days, and Brad can't get this done, so I'm going to do it.
Let me ask you this. What am I supposed to do when I sent them both screenshots of
Go
what I
in
was
there in
looking at.
person. Go in person, so you don't miss the
You can't
deadline.
pay cash. You cannot pay them up there.
Right, but you
have
could
to
bring
pay.
your debit card in and say, "Hey, did you guys screw up, or like what is going on here? I need to pay
I
this because
asked
we're gonna
him.
miss the deadline."
I asked him. I said, "What do you want me to do?" He said, just go to the bank and get a cashier's check to Lamar. I said, okay, that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
That was the next day. Okay, I couldn't get there before the bank closed. Yesterday, or that was Wednesday. Yesterday, I got up there and took care of it. I mean, I don't. So this has all been
Well,
This
because
has all been going on behind my back. So,
I think that
okay,
was just the past 2 days, though, Chase, or just yesterday, as far as I know.
The day we were sent, listen, the day, if you go back and look, hold on. The day I was sent the link
Was the 6th, Monday.
was the 6th.
Right.
Right here, the 6th.
Mhm.
Okay? I put that in. I put all the information in. Okay? Hold on. I don't even think I was able to do it that day because of the time I was sent it. Hold on. Let me go back and look and see the times here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, December the 6th, okay? That was Monday.
Right.
All right, I went and I told him, I said, I have to call my bank. Okay, just like I told you a minute ago, you can rewind it or whatever. I said, I have to call my bank to get the limit raised. Okay? I called the bank. They said, you'll be able to do it tomorrow. It's going to take you 24 hours. That brings us to Tuesday. I start going in to put in, the numbers that he sent me on Tuesday, okay? I did it every way they told me to do it, with the link, with just going in, logging in, whatever. I called the bank back. I said, is there a problem with, the amount? They said, no, that's okay. I said, all right. I sent him and Christy both a screenshot of that screen, what it was doing, okay? That was Tuesday. On Wednesday, I spoke to Devery again. I said, what am I supposed to do? I said, this is not working. It's still bringing up this error. I said, what the hell am I supposed to do? He said, just go to the bank and get a cashier's check. I said, okay, I will as soon as I can get away from here. Okay? So I go, there's no way at that time I could get to the bank in time. Mm-hmm. So I called him yesterday. We met, and he switched those two numbers or something on that. Well, that's what he told me. He said he switched those something on there, and it went right through. So I don't know, but I'm done. I'm
Yeah, I
done.
mean, he said to me that you kept putting in O instead of 0. That's what he said.
No, I tried it with an O. I tried it with a 0. I tried it with a dash. I tried it without a dash. Both ways. I tried it every way in the world, and it would not take it. He said he switched the numbers. Now, what he switched, I don't know. But it went right through. And, I mean, nobody's going to believe that. And I don't, that's fine. That's fine.
Right.
Just.
Well, whether they believe it or not, the money you still ended up getting that situated. So.
Yeah, I don't. And the whole time she had paid it. I mean, none of this is making sense because now, I was sent a message not to come back to Lamar. Well, I won't. YouTube and all its glory. And I'm, that's fine. That's fine. But I just want to know, when can we stop beating people up that are trying to do something and get back to the kids. You know, I ain't done a damn thing to nobody on here. Nothing nefarious. I've not. This stuff that Nita's throwing out, you know, she ain't the only one posting text messages and emails, because I've got about 60 combined telling me not to send her one dime and not to send Griffey nothing, because Griffey's in with her. And now I'm getting shit sent from 2 women. So, you know, just unbelievable.
Do you think that one thing has to do with the other? Like,
yeah, because the Libby and the other one was texting me at the exact same damn time. Libby asked me if I could help the woman that was texting me at the same time. I said, this was when I was sitting in the damn bed after I had my treatment. Them both texted me at the exact same time, okay? Now, you know, I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I know when I've been set up. That's a damn setup. Both of them texted me at the same time. I don't come on here to ruin people. I don't come on here to talk about people like a lot of people do. So, you know what? YouTube, you win. There's your answers. That is the last time I'm going to explain anything to anybody. You can think what you want about me. I don't care no more. I don't care. Go on to somebody else. And all this bullshit, all this stuff, these text messages people are sending me from fake numbers, telling me to go ahead and kill myself, go ahead and do this, go ahead and do that. You know what? Maybe you get your wish. I'm done.
Oh, don't say that. I don't want you to have to do this again, but we both know that this is half of what's been going on the last few days. So if you wanted the...
You're breaking up a lot, Penny.
Am I?
You were.
Jesus. So did you want the opportunity to address that? Because we were supposed to record it yesterday, and we didn't. And, I mean, did you... The whole thing with Nita and the Sunshines and Griffey and why that didn't pan out and the whole thing like that, do you want to give your side on that? Faith, did he hang up?
I think he did. I'm going to stop recording. Hold on.